we'll be going over this video. I spent 200 days undercover as a furry. 200 days! That's more than half a year! I'm concerned. A lot of furry friends of mine are not happy about it. So going into this, I'm very, very concerned and worried for what I'm going to see. Because whenever I think about going undercover as a furry, it's like they're going to like a convention to like cause some ruckus, like to harass the attendees who are trying to mind their own business, or trying to get, you know, some reaction out of them. Trying to get something in the end to gain in the form of a video like this. I'd like to think that this is just them experiencing furry and giving their thoughts and opinions on it, though I've heard the thoughts and opinions are very interesting. I don't want to say they're not great, because, you know, it's someone's opinions at the end of the day, but a lot of furries have talked not great about this video. They do not like this video. I want to give this a watch, give my thoughts and opinions on it, and then I don't know, that's really it. Okay, this is either gonna go really good or really bad. They have a fundraiser for the Trevor Project on this video, which I already like to see this. Maybe it's not that bad. Okay.
Hey, lovely people, it's Anthpo.
Anthpo!
I was like creating like super explosives.
What? Hold on. There's a lot happening here.
Thank you.
Oh, hey, that's Alpharad. We love Alpharad.
Everybody knows furries. They've been a laughingstock of the internet for the better part of 2 decades, at least as long as I can remember. It's always kind of bugged me a little bit.
They're not wrong.
Like, are furries honestly that bad? That's not the main thing I want to talk about today.
He did bring up a good point, though, already. He did acknowledge that furries have been like the punching bag of the internet, but now he's not going to talk about that. What is he going to do?
Talk about furry parties. Furry parties have been a topic of discussion on the internet for as long as I've known what a furry is.
Like room parties?
Furries getting in a room at conventions and exploring each other's bodies. I've seen so many videos about furries in my time here on YouTube, but I have never seen a video about furry parties.
Is this like some new slang thing that I've learned? Like a new phrase for it? He's referencing like the furry sex parties, but they're not really sex parties, at least I don't think. I don't know. I don't get invited to room parties, so I wouldn't know. One thing I will say, a lot of room parties, as much as they are, you know, for adults 18 plus or 21 plus, they have a lot of really cool themes. Not all of them, and I think most aren't only like, you know, sex parties. Because I've been to a few different room parties. I haven't been to any adult room parties to that extent. Oh my god, I went to one called like Soup Kitchen. It was like a 4 a.m. party where they just ended up making ramen for everyone, and everyone was just like hanging out, chilling, shooting the shit, and it was just fun.
Are they bad? The past year since I had quit YouTube, I've done two things. One, work for Mr. Beast.
Actually?
And two,
goddamn,
roleplay as a furry for 200 days. My Fursona's name was Sigma Paws, and this would bite me in the ass later when I tried to register for events.
Sigma?
No one took me seriously. Now, how was I going to determine the existence
I'll be
of
your
furry
Sigma.
Parties? Well,
sorry, I got distracted.
Furry convention.
I really needed to immerse myself in this culture. I can't just show up to these conventions and then gain their trust as a non-furry. Now, this Sigma Paws fursuit was only $700 all up, all in, which is very cheap for the furry.
yeah, it's very cheap. It's probably just a fursuit that you just kind of do what you can. Also, I love how he's already acknowledging that fursuits are super goddamn expensive for a custom character, which isn't bad, but you know. We're getting things along here. He defined a fursona correctly, talked about furries, talked about some things about them with the fursuits being expensive. We're already off to a good start, hopefully.
Furry community, which only made the challenge of getting into one of these furry parties even more difficult. Now, in my quest to fully commit to the bit, I tried to wear the costume as much as I could for 200 days straight. I would work in it, I would go places in it, I would post content as my fursona. I uploaded roughly once every 2 to 3 days and started building a
Wait, you have full-on art of it? Oh my god. You totally took on the bit here, god damn.
I communicated with my fellow furries.
Hey cutie, love the videos.
I'm not allowed near schools.
Hey Sigma, just wanted to let you know I saw your recent video.
Oh my god.
Send me the severed pig head. Fuck you.
Don't let them get to you, buddy. They don't deserve you.
Thank you so much.
I live streamed a couple times.
Thank you coming straight
I'm
to
very
my live
confused.
annual. I'll f on your bitch and my sandals.
Now, although I reached 1,000 followers,
What
on the
is
TikTok,
going on?
Exactly.
Is their build-up just starting on social media and then going to a con? I guess that makes sense. I mean, it's the furry experience. I'm very confused by what's happening. Also, there's a rat fursuit head in the back. Did he get another one? This is already so many layers. Like, he's starting to be a furry with, like, you know, getting a character, getting a fursuit, getting some furry art. Just jumping straight into furry TikTok. and live streaming there. Whoa, hold on. What is he looking at there? Hold on. What is that?
Exactly where I wanted Sigma Paws to be going into the convention. That being said, I got posted on cringe subreddits all the time.
Is Cody Co
Jesus.
a top or a bottom? I have more money than you get a life.
That
They had
is
good money, they wouldn't have such an ugly fursuit, lol.
holy shit. Dude experienced the different levels of furry social media before going into their first convention. Have they been to a convention yet? Where does this go? They haven't even been to a convention as far as they know. They've experienced the whole level of furry social media being posted on cringe subreddits. The only thing they're literally missing is getting canceled on furry Twitter. That's the only thing they're actually. Wait, are they experiencing that now? They've full on had the whole fulfilled experience of furry social media.
To get a feel for the furry community.
So after spending 200 days as Sigma Paws, I took a 7-hour drive up to the furry convention. But I wouldn't be arriving without a plan.
Hooters.
Starting with suiting up, I have 2 special guests that also need fursuits, so I gotta get them fursuits.
Oh, that's what it is. Yeah, 2 special guests. You mean your other character that is you that needs another fursuit, of course.
Plan.
Okay.
Starting with suiting up, I have 2 special guests that also need fursuits, so I gotta get them fursuits. Then after that, attending events. I want to immediately, you know, put my neck out there. I want to go to like dances and panels and stuff like that. After that, I'm gonna start marketing directly. I have a couple funny ideas prepared, and then hopefully that leads to me getting into a party. That's not the final step, though. The final step. STD test.
Okay, so it was implied, and it's even more implied now that it's trying to get into one of those furry parties. This feels a bit skeevy. Like they're planning everything out here to get to one of these adult sexy furry parties, whether it's, you know, doing stuff there or it's got theming around it. I don't know, okay? I don't know. We'll see. But the fact that they went into it like this, it feels a little uncomfortable. Now, again, anyone can do what they want at the end of the day. If their end goal when they join furries to get to one of these parties and have a good time there, you know, at the end of the day, everyone's got their own goal. But it's just, I don't know how to feel about it from this perspective.
Number 1, YouTuber Ben of the Week, and more importantly, my cameraman.
Ben of the Week!
If you guys are gonna come to this
What?
convention, so
He's
I
doing it again?
prepared
Didn't he already go to a
for you
con
guys, and I'll let
with
you
furries?
pick.
Ben of the Week?
So yeah, this is the first one.
I feel like I've seen
Garfield
Travis
costume.
before.
This one's a good one.
Wait, something's like coming over me.
Got a bunch of these. Oh my god.
By the way, also, if we do anything embarrassing, immediately. Travis! His name is Travis! His name is Travis! His name is
After Ben got into his fursuit and donned the name Dragon D's, we were ready to go.
I like the.
Travis?
Wait.
Before I even got to the convention,
Where
I started
is this
making
con?
friends.
What's your guys' names?
I've never seen this hotel before either, so.
Although initially surprised to meet famous comedian Drewski at a furry convention, I quickly became his friend. I was afraid my
D's
cheap-looking
nuts.
fursuit would scare people away, but being around Ben was actually a blessing in disguise because his fursuit sucked. Anyways, before we got into some of the meat of the convention, we found ourselves enjoying some of the fantastic
What is
events.
this? What was
like
the con?
Furry Parade!
Oh, it's A&E. God fucking damn it! This is A&E again! We got like 2 of these like going into a furry convention as a non-furry videos from like 2 different people from one con. I should have known this is A&E and through New England. You know what, we'll see how it goes.
Because of this parade, I knew there was over 3,000
that's the hallway.
people at this event, and that made me feel good about my odds of getting into a furry
God.
party. Sword fighting!
Careful, don't hit hard.
We did a bunch of activities like this. We were at this convention for 3 days, by the way. The first real step I wanted to take was to interview people and ask them if they knew about these parties. But you could only interview people at this con if you had a press pass, which, like, how was I supposed to get a press pass?
I got hired to run the Furry of the Week section of furryweekly.com.
So honestly, I might just go ahead and like invite you to join the team.
Lil Uzi or Playboy Cardi?
What?
Lil Uzi or Playboy Cardi?
I have so much to say, but I'm going to not say. So I guess we're on the interviews section. Hopefully these interviews go well.
Are you into the fun side of the furry community, or are you more into the dark side of the furry community?
The fun side, of course.
Yeah.
I wasn't really getting anywhere, and I was about to quit until I heard this.
My friends are hosting a little party this weekend. It's going to be a blast.
Oh, really? Furry party?
Not anything NSFW.
Okay. Do a lot of people here do that?
See? See? What did I... He was sad, though, that it wasn't an NSFW furry party, though. He was sad. I love that. Good on them for having that chill party and clarifying that. That's cool. I like that.
I think it's at every furry convention if you look for it.
She thinks it's at every furry convention if you look for it. So now it was time to look for it. Now, the first plan was to go into the expo hall and talk to people who looked like they would be attending these furry parties.
Oh, Sigma Chan, would you want to buy me the night terror blanket tapestry for $200?
Maybe I'm reading it wrong, but like the vibe I'm getting here is like they're trying to discover the NSFW side of furry. Like they're trying to prove that it's real. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting the wrong vibe of it. Everyone else here knows furry has an NSFW or adult side to it. It's not a secret. It's just you separate it as such, so it's not the main thing going on at the con, you know how you separate the safe for work stuff from the not safe for work stuff? That's why.
Yeah, I'll buy it. Okay.
Now, I didn't find any leads there, and it was probably in part because I had a giant camera following me, but I did find a bunch of furry smut magazines. Now, the weird part about this is that this is completely in the center of the expo hall. Like, you could just wander in here if you're like an 8-year-old, a 9-year-old, a 10-year-old. There was literally like 100 of these booths, and there was even stuff written by a guy named Sigma. And they didn't even check for my ID when I purchased it.
A little higher.
I purchased it.
Oh, it's a femboy. It was a guy. It was a guy.
The next place
his face just lights up. Look at it. Look at it. His face just lights up when he realizes that. Now, I will say, he does have a point with that. Sensitive material that should be separated from the safe work material. I don't really know what else to say about it besides that it should be, you know, filtered a bit more. But at the same time, like, I don't know how to run a con, so I don't know the other end of it. So I'm just gonna keep that as like, hey, that's a little feedback point. It should be separated as such, like like he argued there.
The next place I was gonna look for people was gonna be at these furry dance competitions. There's 2 dance competitions. There's the freestyle dance competition, and then there's the actual dance competition. Now, for the actual dance competition, I prepared a full choreographed dance as well as my own song. Damn. I submitted a video as to what my dance was gonna be to the judges, and they said I didn't even have to come to the preliminaries.
My entire life I was bullied.
What?
Nobody loved me for who I was, so I became somebody that I wasn't. And it's taken me a long time to become the person that I am now.
I knew that if I won the final...
Jesus Christ, the effort. This guy did his research, too.
...finals for something like this, I would get into a free party. So to prepare, I decided to join the freestyle dance battle. And maybe if I won this, people would also want to get naked with me, I think. Jokes aside, this dance battle would go from the most impressive dancer of all time to exactly...
Maybe if I'm good at dancing, people will want to get naked with me. Oh my god.
And against all odds, he actually made it to the finals.
11.
Wow.
This victory was short-lived, however, because I got my ass kicked by somebody in a rat tail.
Oh. All my plans to prove the existence of furry parties were failing. At this point, I lost pretty much all hope.
You don't have to prove the existence, they exist! You're just not supposed to see it! What do you mean? My god! I'm losing my mind here! What? You're telling me that not safe for work stuff is not out in the open like that? Like a party like that? Oh my god.
But I still had an ace up my sleeve.
I'd been making tons of friends throughout the convention and DMing them constantly. And I was getting hit on a decent amount, so I thought one of these would lead into a furry party.
However, I had a bit, a really dumb bit.
I hope these are friends that you're talking to still, and you're not doing this for the sake of manipulation.
That I thought was funny.
Business cards. Printed these on stamp tables?
Yeah, I had to walk in.
What the fuck?
Bro, no. Dude, the dedication to the bit.
I got pebbles.
I had printed 250 of each of these cards, and my plan was to distribute them throughout the convention. When I found somebody that I thought would fit the bill of being in these furry parties, I was just going to give it to them and be like, hey, let me know. But I put one down on a random table at the convention, kind of as a joke.
I received.
What have you done?
You could have done that. You could have done just that the whole time. You didn't need to do the dance comp bit. You could have just left the card out and people would have invited you.
This may look like the face of a happy person, but it's actually the face of a man about to have a face full of fur. Naked fur. And this is Travis's finger because he doesn't know how to use the camera.
Wait, Anthony, don't.
And just like that, I was added.
It's real.
To the chat.
It's actually 100% real.
What a shocker that they're real. You did it. You did it. All that work for a fucking chat invite.
Joke business cards. Like, this wasn't supposed to be real. This was fake. It was dumb. It was a stupid bit.
That one business card got me invited to 5 furry parties. The party I decided on had 11 people in the group chat, ranging from 45 to 19 to gun furries.
What the fuck?
And now, I can't really show a lot of this on YouTube. In fact, I'm pretty sure this video is demonetized already.
Yikes.
So please like it and comment.
Holy yikes.
Also, please fuck.
He just posted his full cock in the chat, okay?
Holy shit, I cuddle so much. Here's a photo of my wiener.
If everyone's alright with it, I wouldn't mind recording a few parts too. Thinking about pretty boys. I'm painfully attracted to certain Minecraft content creators.
This is fucking yikes. I've been in multiple different group chats for hangouts. I've talked with many, many different people. Though I've never, ever experienced anything like that or seen anything like that. Of just like full sending it. Wow.
Paul Jacobs, Rainbow, Baggy, Toto.
And a huge outlier, Schlatt. Oh, and Charlie
I mean, to be fair, Schlatt's pretty hot. Though he's not a Minecraft content creator anymore, so there's that.
Minecraft YouTubers, I'm gonna be thinking about you tonight on my journey. There was still a decent amount of time until the furry party, so we went to a panel on how to be an influencer.
So raise your paws, hands, if you are on TikTok.
I don't care. I be
Not the
speaking
influencer panels. Oh no.
Ben didn't take it very seriously though. He faked getting swatted.
Someone called in to like the police saying that I was like creating like C4 explosives.
And I used the opportunity to dox my cameraman as much as I could.
I work on Wall Street and I do some like social media stuff on the side. Travis, he's my friend. Travis says that. Travis talked about that. Travis said like that's what.
My God.
I'm gonna beat the fuck out of you. 2 hours until the furry party, I had a decision to make.
That's so funny.
I got invited to one.
Oh my god.
Well, I have to go.
I want to see the video.
Huh?
What?
Just like, maybe like somebody's ass from behind.
No.
What is going on? What is this video? This is a really stressful video. It just went from 1 to 100 real fucking quick.
Dude, single pause has come so far. Think about it like this. Purchase the worst fursuit head of all time, and then get invited to a huge furry, win a dance competition.
He didn't.
Gonna win tomorrow.
And with only about 30 minutes into the party, I was having a mental breakdown. Even role-playing didn't make me feel any better. Seeing Ben after that hour and a half made me feel like I was deployed in Vietnam and I was getting to see my wife after returning home.
I just know it smelled f***ing crazy in there.
Oh, now it's all over you.
The only thing left to do now was to win the dance competition, but in the meantime, we went to a furry rave.
What happened? Did he already do the thing? What happened? What'd I miss?
Seeing Ben after that hour and a half made me feel like I was deployed in Vietnam and I was getting to see my wife after returning home.
I just know it smelled f***ing crazy in there.
Oh, it had already happened. I didn't get it because there was no like transitional card of like after the party. So an hour and a half there? I heard the original video got him in such trouble that he pulled it and cut out the party parts. Wait, is that why? Did he edit down the video after it was uploaded? He recorded going to the rooms. Oh no, you can't. Oh, that's so, I'm sorry. That is so skeevy. I thought it was literally, he was doing like a post commentary talking about his like reaction in like experience after. Oh my God. Can you do that? Dude, no. That is so fucked to do. Well, I mean, okay, here's the thing. He cut it out. As much as, you know, he was invited to the party, that is still like a private sort of event, I guess, like someone's own like sort of space that they have during the con, and you're just going in there recording it. That is immensely fucked. Here's the thing, even though I do con videos, like recaps and all that, I'm still very careful about who I have in the picture or in a photo just to make sure they're like everyone's okay with it, because I don't want people being posted on a video, even if it is in a positive light. That is so fucked. Oh my God. It's like if I were to do something like that, like this, and I'd never do a video like this. If I were to do a video like this talking about furry parties, I would be as respectful as possible in that case. And I wouldn't take pictures, videos, obviously without consent, let alone post them. And it's just like, because oh my God.
Do now was to win the dance competition, but in the meantime, we went to a
Rave?
furry rave.
Raves pop off. That's at least a good thing. The raves were going.
Furries. My favorite part of this whole journey was still yet to come. The grand finals for the dance competition that I was told I got an invite to.
You know what? Here's the thing. I'm glad that he's still covering, you know, the good things that he enjoyed about the con. The dance comp, the rave. That doesn't outweigh what was done with this video. I will say, I do appreciate the honest approach to him, you know, doing the dance comp and like enjoying some aspects that he didn't really get to experience until going to a con. So it's nice.
Most furries know that what they're doing is cringe, which in my head is like the first step towards not being cringe. It's just something that most of them enjoy. And a good chunk of furries also have some sort of neurodivergence.
I'm kind of on the spectrum, what they call Asperger's, and this has been a great gateway for me.
Do you think a lot of people in the community face similar challenges?
Yes. In many cases, furry cons like this, it's easy for you to feel welcome.
I was an anti-furry before I joined the fandom. I made fun of furries.
Oh, hey!
Treating me
I know that suitor. Pretty chill. They say hi to me at cons.
Making fun of people is fine, but bullying people is different. Like, I can recognize that furries are cringy and silly, but also recognize that it's a great community for people who aren't welcomed elsewhere to be. I'm dishing all this heat out, and I'm fully understanding that people are going to comment saying that I'm less hot Timothy Chalamet. I should have stayed off YouTube. My haircut sucks, my face sucks, and my nose is too big. I understand those things. I'll rate the furry community a solid 8 out of 10.
Now the only thing left to do was to win this dance competition. So I checked the list of finalists.
We got a B?
I wasn't on it.
Oh, so sad.
I was the only person that made their own song, and I didn't get into the finals. And listen, I take losses with stride. I'm not gonna like crash the dance competition.
So
crash the fucking dance tomorrow.
Don't. Stop. Don't. Don't. People liked it. Okay.
I'm gonna ask that never happens again. I don't know if that was funny to watch.
I got what I wanted. Feel good, Sigma? I got what I wanted!
There's like 100 business cards left. I'm gonna sell them.
Oh my God. Dude. You ever just feel uncomfortable? I feel like I just experienced cringe. Like in the sense of feeling uncomfortable on someone else's like behalf and actions. What was the message? You were going there for the furry parties and then it turned it. Okay. I kind of want to see what he has to say on Twitter though, if he's added anything. Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh, we're starting it off with black text, with black background, white font text. Is this an apology? Oh no, we're starting it off strong. Let's read what we have to say, what he put here. I'm assuming this has to do with the video. I want to clear up some misconceptions from the furry video. I removed 2 minutes from the video after speaking to one of the people involved, and they asked to be removed. They did not want the situation to become a huge deal for their sake. I'm trying to avoid doing more damage than I've already done. I did not film audio or video of anything sexual, just cuddling. I am not here to defend myself, just wanted to clarify. All audio was remade, recording was mentioned beforehand. A phone was visibly set up in the hotel room, and then afterwards everything was heavily blurred or remade entirely. I had spoken to lawyers and checks were done by YouTube. That being said, this does not excuse what I did as anything less than horrible. I'm disappointed in myself, and I'm so sorry to those specifically involved and to those who feel betrayed. For those criticizing me for perpetuating stereotypes amongst the furry community, I want to apologize and emphasize that that wasn't my goal in any capacity. I greatly appreciate those of you who reached out with genuine concern. I turned the video into a fundraiser for the Trevor Project. Oh. If the original video has what I'm thinking it does in it, I'm sorry, but you have to really miss, like, a lot of steps and not really question anything about what you're doing with the video and then uploading that. There's a lot. Like, I know, you know, maybe his intention was to try and show furries in like a good light and he didn't mean to do this much damage, but at the same time, like, you gotta miss a lot to upload something like that and to really mention or show stuff like that about the party, if that's the case. God damn. So there's some good bits. Like, I will say, they do mention a lot of very glaring things about furry. You know, they used to be the punching bag on the internet, still sort of are. You know, they're seen as weird or cringe, but also they're not bad. You know, that, you know, we had an honestly good opinion of them in the end. But the whole premise behind the video, it felt slimy and very skeevy, just in the sense of, you know, I know it's the whole thing of, like, you know, infiltrating another community. It kind of rubs me the wrong way, especially the bit about the furry parties, and maybe the missing context would have made it feel a lot worse. My feeling of this whole video is like that one message. I'm not reading all that, but I'm happy for you, I guess. That's how I feel. And see, that's the thing. They could have had a very good argument about, you know, the adult side of furry. Some things in the dealer's den or one of the vendors that was like an 18+ thing. There might have been some missing context to it, that it might have been, you know, labeled as 18+ or off limits, or, you know, labeled appropriately. But they could have had a good argument with that, and then the party, and then being invited to a party just from a business card. That would have had a good point, but it was completely lost in the execution of it. It felt disingenuous, so that's where you lost me with it, you know? Because who knows, maybe the party that he was invited to was questionable or something. Maybe one of the experiences in the adult side of it was questionable, and that would have been like a valid critique of it and something worth learning in the video, but it was just lost with the disingenuousness, that's all.